Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr.Umar Ifatunde Ogun Tade. Letting my Minneapolis, Minnesota family know I'm on my way with the will of the Almighty. Letting my Minneapolis, Minnesota Africans know that I am on my way with the help of the Almighty. Letting my University of Minnesota Africans know, my Minneapolis African community, the Prince is on his way. It's going down tonight in Minneapolis. It's going down tonight at Minneapolis. It's going down tonight in Minneapolis. University of Minnesota Black Student Union presents Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Certified School Psychologist. University of Minnesota Black Student Union presents Certified School Psychologist and Doctor of Clinical Psychology. University of Minnesota Black Student Union presents Dr.Umar Ifatunde Ogun Tade Black History Month Special. Black History Month Special. Twin Cities, King Kong will be in the building tonight. Twin Cities, King Kong will be in the building tonight. Twin Cities, King Kong will be in the building tonight. The address is 84 Church Street. 84 Church Street in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, Thursday, February the 8th, I think today is. I'll be working so hard, I forget the dates. I'll be working so hard, I forget the dates. Tonight, 84 Church Street. Thursday night, Black History main event. 84 Church Street, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thursday night, February the 8th. 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Doors open up at 5. 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Doors open up at 5. 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Doors open up at 5. It's your big brother, King Kong. I'm up early. I'm up early in Southwest Florida. Shout out to my Cape Coral Africans, my Fort Myers Africans. Shout out to my Cape Coral Africans, my Fort Myers Africans. If you need more information about the lecture in Minneapolis tonight, if you need more information about the lecture in Minneapolis tonight, you can call 651-353-4317, 651-353-4317, 651-353-4317. Free event, I believe, pull-up season, hosted by the University of Minnesota Black Student Union. Shout out to all the BSUs at the PWIs. Shout out to all the Black Student Unions at the predominantly white institutions. Shout out to all the Black Student Unions at the predominantly white institutions. I was also a Black Student Union president, Millersville University, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I got elected right before the first Million Man March. I got elected as president of the Black Student Union right before the first Million Man March of October 16th, 1995. My first act of office was a trip for the black males at Millersville University to Washington, D.C. for the original Million Man March. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've been struggling for the people since I was a baby. I'm not new to this. See, you got to be careful because there's a lot of opportunism disguised as activism. We're going to talk about that tonight with the University of Minnesota's Black Student Union. We're going to talk about that tonight. Opportunism disguised as activism. We're going to talk about that tonight at the University of Minnesota's Black Student Union. We're going to talk about that tonight with the University of Minnesota Black Student Union in Minneapolis. Twin Cities, Minneapolis. Twin Cities, Minneapolis. 84 Church Street tonight at 6 p.m. 84 Church Street, Morehouse College. I'm pulling up to Morehouse. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is coming to Morehouse. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we pulling up to Morehouse. Yes, brothers and sisters. We pulling up to Morehouse on March the 18th. We pulling up to Morehouse on March the 18th. Oh, yes. Zesfest. We pulling up to Morehouse on March the 18th. Oh, yes. What else we got? Where my South American Africans at? Where my South American Africans at? Where my South American Africans at? Suriname and Guyana. It looks like I'm coming back to South America. Where my South American Africans at? I'm scheduled for Suriname and Guyana. I will be in Guyana, South America, March 5th through the 7th. I will be in Suriname, South America, March 8th through 11th. I will be in Guyana. Rest in paradise, Walter Rodney. Rest in paradise, the Pan-Africanist Walter Rodney. I will be in Guyana, March 5th through the 7th, and I return to Suriname. Where my Surinamese Africans at? Where my Surinamese Africans at? I return to Suriname, March the 8th to, it's a South American doubleheader. I said it's a South American King Kong consciousness, real monger, RB Jesus doubleheader, Guyana and Suriname. Listen up. If you're going to Africa with Dr. Umar, the last week of July and first week of August, if you're going, he might have been a Marxist, but he was a Pan-Africanist. We're not going to split feathers over the Marxism because you know it's all about nationalism. We're not going to sit here and split feathers. The bottom line is he was a Pan-Africanist freedom fighter who gave his life for the brothers and sisters of Guyana in the diaspora. Deactivate your coon chip, my ninja. Deactivate your coon chip, my ninja. Deactivate your coon chip, my ninja. My South Africans, I will be there for the men's conference. Republic of South Africa, I will be there for the men's conference. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Brendan Depper protest has been rescheduled. Neanderthal Nation rescheduled the Brendan Depper protest for April the 26th at 8:30 in the morning. They put it in the morning to beat back our protests. They rescheduled the Brendan Depper sentencing hearing for April the 26th when I'm scheduled for South Africa. And they scheduled it for 8:30 in the morning so they could stave off the protests. They've rescheduled the Brendan Depper protest for 8:30 in the morning so we wouldn't have no time. Come touch the beard, my sister. You can touch my beard. You can touch my beard, sweetheart. I give you permission to touch the royal mane of the lion of Pan-Africanism. Yes, you can touch my beard, my sister. Yes, you can touch my beard, my beautiful African queen. Touch it in Minneapolis, Minnesota tonight. Touch that 84 Church Street with the Black Student Union. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. When are you coming to Côte d'Ivoire when I get an invitation? Where's my invitation to Côte d'Ivoire? Where's my invitation? I got an invitation for the Congo. We working on the Congo. We working on Cameroon. But let me get back before I digress. If you're coming with me to Africa this summer, I didn't say wifey application was open, my ninja. Don't be advertising for me. I advertise for myself. We have Neanderthal Nation up early. Good morning to Neanderthal Nation. Canada, I will see you in June, my Canadian Africans. My Toronto, where you at? I ain't been to Toronto in 10 years. I'm coming to Toronto. Let me give you the date, Toronto. Where my Toronto Africans at? Abuja, Nigeria. I was in the Abuja, Nigeria airport last time I was in Nigeria. I was in the Abuja, Nigeria airport. I'm waiting for my Nigerian invite. I ain't been to Nigeria since 2008. I haven't been to Nigeria since 2008. I don't know why my Nigerian Africans haven't summoned me back to the kingdom. I don't know why my Igbo and Yoruba and Hausa and Mandingo Nigerian Africans haven't brought me back to Nigeria. Minnesota is the snow bunny capital of the Midwest. Minnesota is the snow bunny capital of the... Is that true? Let me ask the students of the Black Student Union of the university. Let me ask the students of the Black Student Union of the university. I don't believe I'm your father. I have 2 daughters, 12 and 21. All do well. I am the father for all children in the community, as we are all the fathers and mothers of all children in the community, but I'm not your biological father. I have 2 daughters, 21 and 12. That's it. I need me a young prince, though. I need me a young prince, though. Yesterday was the 5th anniversary. Yesterday was the 5th anniversary of the FDMG Academy purchase. Happy 5-year anniversary to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Happy 5-year anniversary to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Happy 5-year anniversary to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus. So do you talk to your ex? I want you. I can't even flirt if your picture not up there, because you might be part of the rainbow mob. But anyway, this is the ancestors. This is the ancestors. A goon goon. Don't get it twisted. They stole our colors and gave them to the others. This is the ancestors. Don't get it twisted. This is a goon goon. This is the ancestors. They stole our colors and gave it to the others. This is the ancestors. This is not the Rainbow Coalition. No, this is the ancestors. This is not the Rainbow Coalition. Listen, if you're going with me to Africa, the last week of July and the first week of August, I will be dropping registration information on Frederick Douglass's. I will be dropping registration information on Frederick Douglass's 206th birthday. You call it Valentine's Day. I call it Frederick Douglass Day. You call it Valentine's Day. I call it Frederick Douglass Day. You call it Valentine's Day. I call it Frederick Douglass Day. You call it Valentine's Day. I call it Frederick Douglass Day. On Frederick Douglass Day, February the 14th, I will be dropping registration information for Dr. Umar 7th annual group tour to Africa. 3 countries, 14 days, 14 nights. 3 countries, 14 days, 14 nights. 3 countries, 14 days, 14 nights. Senegal, Gambia, Ghana. Senegal, Gambia, Ghana. Senegal, Gambia, Ghana. Who coming with me to Africa for 14 days and 14 nights? Who coming with the prince? Oh, yes. Only 45 Africans. I'm the first one, so that leaves 44 Africans. Only 45 spots. I'm the first spot, so that leaves 44. 22 kings, 22 queens. 22 kings, 22 kings. 22 queens, 22 kings. 22 queens, 22 kings. 22 brothers, 22 sisters. 22 male Pan-Africanists and 22 female Pan-Africanists. Ladies, you must wear your natural hair to Africa. Oh, yes. You must wear your natural hair if you're coming on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Black Star Line Unapologetically African 7th Annual Dr. Umar Group Tour. Get your passport. Get your passport. No coons. No coons. No bunny hoppers on my trip. No, 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 no. Rainbow Coalition. No, 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 no. This is an unapologetically African, happy to be nappy production. The 7th annual Dr. Umar group tour is an unapologetically African, happy to be nappy production. All praises due to the ancestors. All praises due to the ancestors. All praises due to the ancestors. Minneapolis, Minnesota, pull-up season tonight. Minneapolis, Minnesota, pull-up season tonight. 84 Church Street, Thursday night, Black History Month. University of Minnesota Black Student Union presents 84 Church Street, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Thursday, February the 8th. Zest Fest. Send him to the Zest party. These Neanderthals are something else. You want to be my private assistant, Pammy? You want to be my private assistant? First of all, you got to be confidential. Second of all, you got to be all natural. Third of all, you can have no history of the bunny hop. Fourth of all, you got to be responsible, reliable, dependable, emotionally self-controlled. You must sign the non-disclosure NDA. All private secretaries for the Team Pan-African movement must sign the non-disclosure. Miss Organic Black is in the building. My baby daddy do not want me to practice Ifa. Well, if you're going to let your baby daddy dictate your spiritual destiny, that sounds like a personal problem. If you're going to let your baby daddy dictate your spiritual destiny, that sounds like a personal problem. If you're going to let your baby daddy dictate, he ain't your husband, he your baby daddy. So that, I think that says it right there. He ain't your husband, he's your baby daddy. You're going to let your baby daddy dictate your spiritual destiny? Neanderthal alert. Neanderthal alert. I love you too, Shelby Shells. I love you too, Shelby Shells. Jump up and down naked. Zest Fest. Who's coming to the trip? My first trip in 5 years. My first trip since the 2019 year of return. My first trip since the 2019 year of return. So we got University of Minnesota Black Student Union, 84 Church Street tonight, 6 until 9. We got Oakland. Where my Oakland, California Africans at? Oakland Boot Camp next Saturday, February 17th. San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland, Sacramento, Antioch, Richmond. Make sure you register. DrUmarJohnson.com. Go register. DrUmarJohnson.com. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Church of All Faiths, 2100 5th Avenue in Oakland, California. Los Angeles, drive on up. San Diego, drive on up. Compton and South Central, drive on up. Las Vegas, drive on up. Seattle and Portland, drive on down to the Oakland Black Parent Boot Camp, Saturday, February 17th at the Church of All Faiths, 9 until 5 p.m. on Saturday the 17th. You can register at DrUmarJohnson.com. And then I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Tuesday, February the 20th, Black Male Engagement Conference. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Tuesday, February the 20th. Lower Marion, Pennsylvania, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Lower Marion, Pennsylvania, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. That will be Thursday, February the 29th. Thursday, February the 29th. Lower Marion, Pennsylvania, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. February the 29th. March the 1st, Philadelphia Comedy and Consciousness Show. Philadelphia, I'm going to be hosting the Comedy Bash in Philadelphia on March the 1st. Come on out and get some laughs and get some learning. Come on out and get some laughs and get some learning at the Comedy and Consciousness Show in Philadelphia on Friday, March the 1st. Guyana and Suriname, South America, here I come. Guyana and Suriname, South America, here I come. March the 5th through March 11th. Morehouse College, March 18th. New Orleans, Louisiana, March the 23rd. Where the Big Easy New Orleans Africans at? Where my Big Easy New Orleans Africans at? Where my Big Easy New Orleans Africans? I will see you March the 23rd in New Orleans. Florida A&M Psychology Conference. FAMU Psychology. Where my FAMU Africans? Tallahassee Africans. I'm coming to Tallahassee for the first time ever. I'm coming to Tallahassee for the first time ever. Florida A&M Black Psychology Conference, March 25th through the 29th. Charleston, South Carolina has been rescheduled. Memphis, Tennessee, April 3rd and 4th, Dr. King Memorial. Where my Memphis Africans at? Where my Tennessee Africans at? Where my Memphis Africans at? Where my Tennessee Africans? I will see you for the Dr. King Memorial, April the 3rd and April the 4th, Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, yes. I am not the N-word. Please don't call me the N-word. I am not the N-word, my sister. Find another word. Any soul food restaurants in Minneapolis? Any breakfast joints? Because I'm going to be landing at breakfast. Minneapolis, where can I eat? Where can I get a good soul food breakfast in Minneapolis? Where can I get a good soul food breakfast in Minneapolis? Any of my Minneapolis queens going to make a breakfast for Big Papa? Any of my Minneapolis queens going to make a breakfast for Big Papa? Where my Minneapolis queens at? Where my St. Paul's queens at? Where my Minneapolis queens at? Do I got to get one of my Chicago queens to drive to Minneapolis to make my breakfast? Do I got to get one of my Chicago queens? Do I got to get one of my Milwaukee queens to drive to Minneapolis to make me a Big Papa breakfast? Or can one of my Minneapolis St. Paul's queens make me a Big Papa breakfast? 10 a.m. sharp. 10 a.m. sharp this morning. No, my sister, This is not Shango stick and honey dip. We're talking about a real breakfast for the hardest working man in Black consciousness. I think you thinking about honey dip and Shango stick. That is not, no. This is not honey dip and Shango stick. I need me a soul food breakfast. My vegan queens, I'll take a vegan breakfast. I'll take a vegan scrambled eggs, vegan, no tofu that make you grow titties, no tofu that make you grow breasts. But we can do a vegan breakfast. Ogun Tade. Ogun wears the crown. Ogun Tade. Ogun wears the crown. Ogun Tade. Ogun wears the crown. Ibashe Obatala. You said you starting to like snow bunnies? No problem. Go ahead and date them. We don't need you, my brother. Burn your African race membership card. Please do that. Please burn your African race membership card. Please tear it up. Tear it up. Just tear it up. Flush it down the top. You want a bunny hop? Go ahead, my brother. Nobody's trying to stop you. You're a lost cause. A waste of ancestral DNA. Go ahead and flush your African race card down the drain. Go ahead. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies. I love the Waffle House. Catch me in any Waffle House pull-up season. Waffle House date is the best date. Waffle House date is the best date. You said you have are a polygamous bunny hopper. That's insanity. He's a polygamous bunny hopper. This is insane. He got multiple Neanderthal queens, multiple households with the oppressor. This is insanity. A polygamous bunny hopper. I'm going to need to move to Africa before it gets too late. He said he's a polygamous bunny hopper. He got 4 Neanderthal queens. I'm going to have to relocate. I think that's about did it for me. I can't take it no more. Brothers and sisters, I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm moving to Africa. Where my African queens at? Where my beautiful all-natural extra 5 thickener? Where my beautiful all-natural African queens? Where my Angolan queens? My Botswanan queens? My Congolese queens? My Namibian queens? My South African queens? My Madagascar queens? My Cote d'Ivoire queens? My Ghanaian queens? My Liberian queens, my Togolese queens, my Benin queens, my Ethiopian queens, my Eritrean queens, my Kenyan queens, my Nubian queens. Where my African queens at? I gotta go to Africa. He's a polygamous bunny hopper. 4 Neanderthal nations he raising. He raising 4 I can't take it. Shout out to Panama. I was with y'all last month. Shout out to my Panamanian family. My Panamanian Africans, my Puerto Rican Africans, my Dominican Africans, my Cuban Africans. You want a Russian queen? Please burn your African race membership card, my brother. Flush it down the toilet. Flush it down the toilet. Just flush it down the toilet. Just flush it down the toilet. Burn. He said he want him a Russian queen. Please tear up your African race membership card. Just tear it up. We don't need you. Waste of DNA. Don't call them names. They are mixed race brothers and sisters. Don't call them names now. We must maintain humanity and dignity. We must maintain humanity and dignity. We must maintain humanity and dignity. Did y'all hit the Cash App for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? Did y'all hit the Cash App for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? $ FDMG School. $FDMG School. $FDMG School. International Africans, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal and International Africans, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Podcast interviews lecture scheduling, life coaching, consultations. 215-989-9858. Don't call me. I only respond to text messages. Do not ever call me. You will never get an answer. Do not call my phone. You will never get an answer. Text messages only. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858.